Sensei Victoria Whitfield here from victoriawhitfield.com for your monthly free guided meditation via Google Hangout. So I want to thank you for joining me this month. It's July 2014 and it's been a really big month. A lot of fast-moving, emotional shifts, big shifts in our relationships to each other, as well as our relationships with our jobs. So it's been a rip-roaring month. A lot of deep-seated blocks coming out to really be healed. So it's a beautiful thing, and we're here to really help more of that basically come through. Specifically tonight with shadow meditation. So this month's retreat here at the dojo was Deep Love, Embracing Your Shadow. And we covered how to channel, how to connect to your inner child, how to see the fairies, and also how to really shift your subconscious beliefs to move them out of the way to allow for making bigger change in your life. I'm just going to adjust this down a little bit so you can see me better. So what I want to do this month is actually share one of the techniques from that retreat with you so that you can practice this at home. Now, I love every time when I teach meditation and also techniques to allow oracle cards to weigh in on our discussion tonight. So we're doing this with two decks. One is Healing with the Angels by Doreen Virtue. Please open and try. And Goddess Guidance, also by Doreen Virtue. So this past month has been a big succession of confronting subconscious blocks. You know, maybe a relationship has ended with someone that you've been seeing for a while. Maybe you've lost someone at work, like, you know, maybe someone was let go, or maybe someone's in the hospital, and just that environment is causing you to confront some things about them that haven't really come up until you've had that time together. So it's all about being kind to yourself and really allowing these changes to happen, knowing that they're for your best, that they really are for your best, and that you'll be stronger for them. But the question that I'm asking as I pull this card is, what do we need to know right now about healing our relationship with our shadow selves? And the card that's coming up is Divine Timing. It's all about divine timing. And what the energy is saying to me as I'm holding this card is that surprises. There's been surprises, and the shadow is always going to surprise you when it pops up, like, oh, we're going over that now? Okay, here we go. Spirit's time, God's time, is not our time. It's different. They move at a different pace. So allowing Spirit to move at its bird's eye view, rather than feeling like things have to happen on our schedule. That eyeball that I just made was for all you control freaks out there. I understand. And it's just breathe deep and know that everything is happening at the right pace. When you look back on these experiences, you're going to see that this was for a real reason, and in the end, it came out for the good. Okay? So, it's our first oracle card. And let's just, let's see what the other deck has to say. Now, if you're just tuning in, please feel free to use this time to get into a comfortable position. Put the dog out of the room for once we're going to be meditating later on. Or grab whoever else is in the house and say, hey, do you want to meditate right now? Or share it with a friend, share it with one of the people who lives up the hall. Share the gift of meditation with somebody this month, right? But again, we're asking the deck, this one's the goddess deck, what do we need to know right now about healing our shadow? What do we need to know? We've seen her before. I think it was this month, too. Freya. Be bold, right? Unleash your adventurous side. Take risks and be daring. So, Freya is coming to us and commenting on embracing your shadow, and that it takes being bold. It's a risk going into the darkness, right? You don't know what's in there. I mean, it's the darkness. That's par for the course. But there's a lot of love. It's a tremendous amount of love and healing in your shadow. It's the difficult times that can really bring out who we really are. Okay? So being bold and having a sense of living with a whole heart. You can do it. It may be a little bit scary, but you need to feel the fear and do it anyway. Okay? So, Freya. Divine timing and being bold. Right? And that's what healing is all about. Having a sense of moving at your time first, and then adjusting to honoring Spirit's timeline for you. Right? And then having the courage to embrace whatever experiences are being sent to you by Spirit to teach you how to heal, how to be stronger. But as I was talking to the energy about this month's meditation, spirits were clear in saying that we need more shadow work. There's a tremendous amount of love in the shadow, and too few people understand it. So we're going into it, and I'll guide you. You are totally safe. Totally safe here with me. Okay, so without further ado, let's go for it. Guidelines. When you're doing shadow work, it is best to be seated upright rather than laying down, just so that your spine is straight. If you do have a place where you can lay your head back, that makes it easier, because oftentimes as we go deep, your head falls from side to side. So if you can find something to support your head, that would be helpful. But it's better to be upright as the information begins to channel down your spine, down through your chakras. You also want to place your hands on your heart chakra and on your sacral chakra. So if I could just here so you could see. So your heart is right here in the center of your chest, but here's my belly button. Your sacral chakra is underneath. So you're having one hand on your heart and one hand on your sacral chakra during this experience, during this meditation. So the heart and the sacral chakra are two doorways to accessing the energy of your subconscious, the energy that's within your shadow. So that's why you want to place your hands on both of them to send healing energy to accessing that. Emotionally, we can put too much protection, as in the form of blocks, over those chakras, but those really have to be open and permeable for us to go in and absorb the information from the dark so that we can shift it. As a guideline also, during shadow work, is non-judgment. Whatever shows up in the energy that comes forward out of the darkness is coming forward to heal you. Okay? So it's meant not just to scare you or be boogity-boo or anything like that, but we are going with the intent to listen, with the intent to heal, with the intent to shift and improve and bring progress. As such, the only things that are going to come forward are things that are ready to heal, ready to shift, ready to progress, right? And lastly, as with shamanic journeying, if anything painful starts to come up, perhaps it's a difficult memory, or perhaps it's someone that you're very close to emerges from your shadow during this time, inwardly tell yourself two things. One, I am immortal. No matter what happens, I am immortal. And two, I'm going to allow myself to have this experience. No matter how uncomfortable, awkward, or emotional it is, I'm going to allow myself to have this experience. Okay? Because the magic, the real healing energy of doing shadow work and listening and engaging your shadow is sitting with it. Allowing it to be whatever it is, just sitting with it. And then you watch, look at all the features of who or whatever appears to you. Okay? And as you sit there watching it, don't just stare and try to figure it out. Instead, allow it to do, if it's screaming, roaring, or moving around or something, let that happen. Just watch that. Just observe that with the sense of a healing gaze, which means thinking toward it, I love you. And thinking that over and over and over again, I love you. I love you. Whatever appears, it could even be someone who's done something really bad to you. This is your shadow. This is not them. Let's just make that clear. If someone has harmed you in the past, and their likeness is what's coming through. This is not you saying, I love you. You know, they could have killed someone or something. No, this is the part of you that has this connection to them. Do you understand? So it's you saying to you, yourself, self, I love you. Okay? So just so that you understand the groundwork before we go into this. Okay, so finding whatever your comfortable position is, placing your hands on your heart and your sacral chakra just underneath the belly button on your abdomen. Closing your eyes and taking a deep breath in. Exhaling. Taking another deep breath in, breathing down into your belly. As you exhale, your body relaxes, breathing deeply, allowing the air to fill the base of your belly, allowing your hips and thighs to be relaxed. Exhaling your shoulders down and away from your ears, relaxing your armpits. Knowing that you're safe and affirming inwardly to yourself, I am safe. Breathing deeply. On your next inhale, calling to your side all angels, archangels, ascended masters, power animals, spirit guides, spirit family, star family, calling in your protection and all the love and support that is out in the energy for you. As you breathe, deeply becoming aware of their presence around you as very immediate and physical. Perhaps parts of your body may start to tingle or feel warm, or as if there is someone standing nearby you, knowing that you're safe and that these are physical confirmations that you are safe. Open and relaxing. And on your next exhale, see and feel a dark doorway appear before you. Standing in front of the doorway with all of your supportive energy, all the angels, and all together, breathing deeply in, and on your next exhale, entering the dark. allowing yourself to enter the dark. Perhaps it is just darkness, or maybe it's like a cave, maybe even like a dungeon, or a dark forest, but allowing yourself to be in the dark, knowing that you're safe. Perhaps your hands begin to feel warm or heavier on your chest and on your lower belly, on your sacral chakra. Open and relax. So breathing deeply, knowing that you're safe and affirming inwardly, I am safe. And on your next inhale, asking whoever is ready to be healed and is willing to speak to please come forward from the darkness. Perhaps we are asking for your main block to show itself to you out of the darkness. Sometimes it is a person, some sort of a being, creature, or animal. Other times it is an inanimate object or a cloud or some sort of a shape or structure. And other times it is just the darkness itself. However, it feels more conscious. I am allowing myself to have this experience right now. Breathing deeply. Noticing what it looks like, size, color, texture, shape. Distance. Just noticing. And if there are multiple ones that are there, just asking if there's one in particular who could come forward right now, who's willing to speak, willing to communicate. Knowing that you are safe, that you are surrounded by your angels, power animals, and spirit guides protecting you. Knowing that it is normal to have physical and emotional reactions. Perhaps you begin coughing, feeling itches and twitches in your body, noticing where your physical reactions are. But also, you may have emotional reactions, anger, disgust, hatred, sadness, grief. Just allowing. shock, breathing into it, whatever is happening. Continuing the mantra, I'm allowing myself to have this experience right now. And then beginning the healing gaze to who or whatever is in front of you, saying with your mind over and over, I love you. I love you. Over and over and over, continuing, I love you. I love you. Allowing every exhalation to be another I love you. Thinking it over and over. As you breathe love into the darkness, just observe how the being begins to change. Perhaps it's growing, dissipating, shrinking, changing color, calming down, or getting more movement. Just observing, but continuing over and over. I love you. I love you. Over and over. Just observing the changes. And as you continue with the healing gaze, sitting with the shadow as you watch it change for the next extended moment. Always thinking toward your shadow. I love you. Over and over. And beginning to also think towards it, if you like, I love you and I release you. Over and over, I love you and I release you. It helps to exhale out of your mouth as you do this. It's normal to feel an energy releasing out of your mouth as you continue intending towards the energy I love you and I release you. If you begin to cry or feel tears rolling or shudder or have chills, allow that to happen. Don't hold back anything, because these are forms of release, energetic release happening in your body. It's okay. I love you and I release you. Exhaling deeper. continuing this until whatever had appeared to you before is either significantly changed or is completely gone. Sometimes as you release the energy, your shoulders may drop, your spine may readjust and relax, just allowing, knowing that you're safe. And that as you send energy to your shadow, knowing that you are deeply loving yourself. Knowing that there is tremendous love ready to be unlocked in the darkness. Darkness is not a bad thing, it's just dark. Taking a deep breath in. Blowing out your air. One more time. Taking a moment to thank your shadow for the healing that has occurred and that is about to happen. From the bottom of your heart, thanking your shadow for the healing that has occurred and the healing that is about to happen in your life. Being gentle with yourself. Only at the right pace for you. But taking your time, if you need to, after the end of this video, just spend another 20 minutes in this space. But at the right pace for you, beginning to come back, wiggling fingers and toes, giving stretches to your body where needed. And when you return, what I want you to do is to write down what you saw and experienced in your shadow tonight. What messages, what sensations, what love did you find? Okay. I want to thank you for joining me tonight. Speaking softly because I know many of you are still returning and will be returning after the end of this broadcast. I want to thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next month. This is Sensei Victoria Whitfield, and you can find more information at victoriawhitfield.com. Sending you loads of love and Reiki blessings.